Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. Welcome to SNNLive. We're at the Metals and Minerals Investment Conference here in San Francisco 2012. With me, a very recognizable face, Chris Lahiji. And we're here today at this conference to discuss, among other things, your love of the metals, and also of LD Micro, a conference coming up shortly. Tell us about your, first of all, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you for having me, Shelley.
And you, of all people, a metals man?
Well, thanks to the U.S. government, there's less and less places that you can ultimately hide, and I think that metals are one of the segments that I focused a lot of attention since 2004, 2005.
When you come to a conference like this, what do you see? And I mean that I want your determination.
I see a lot of companies, and what's interesting about mining, it's the same thing with biotechnology, at least for me. It's very difficult to ascertain which companies are going to do very well and which companies don't. So what I do is I tend to just meet with management, which I think is the most important element. And if I trust them, if I feel confident, I'll do a little more work, and if I like what I see, I ultimately invest. So the premise of coming to these conferences is to meet with the guys involved, be hands-on. This is what makes these significant, and this is why I try to go to as many conferences as possible.
When you come to a conference that has a mix of exploration, development, mining, you have the variation of all kinds of the different metals companies thrown in: silver, gold,
correct,
graphite, rare earth. I mean, do you have a favorite, or is it a group, or you follow me?
I do. I love silver because all my life I've really never had as much money as some of my peers, and you can buy like this much gold for like $1,000, but you can buy this much silver for $1,000. So I had like my Scrooge McDuck moment where it's like, well, I can't swim in gold coins because I can't afford them, but I can certainly swim in silver dollars. So that's why I've always been very partial to silver. I mean, early on, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, obviously the discrepancy between the price of gold and the price of silver, I think it was at a pretty skewed ratio. So I essentially invested quite a bit of my net worth into that, and it's turned out okay. And for full disclosure, I still have not sold my silver position.
So, staying on the topic, which you will easily talk about politics, government, etc. So you're now in the resource sector wholeheartedly.
Yes.
There isn't even an oil and gas company here.
Right.
This is oil, no. Gold. They're in the ground, but they're not looking for liquids. They're looking for gold and minerals. Now, you say to yourself, I ask myself, there's a graphite company over there. That's amazing. You hear about this?
Yes.
Or there's, tungsten, potash, all of
uranium.
Uranium.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is goofy to me because, these are all commodities that everybody needs. Are you seeing what I'm seeing with the government, with the fiscal cliff? I've heard it all week.
Basically, in poker terms, I think we are drawing dead. Meaning that there is nothing any government or any political party can do to rectify this ship. I hate saying this. There's a reason I try not to go on TV anymore, because I want to be a realist. And the reality is, I don't think things look very good for about 98% of this country's population. I just don't. I mean, just look around you. I mean, the cost of everything is going up. There's wage deflation. They're not going to make Twinkies anymore. I mean, I'm really upset. I mean, this is not, a piece of crap company that tweets, images gets $100 million raised in 2 hours, but Hostess goes out of business? I mean, no one eats ho-hos, ding-dongs, or Twinkies anymore? I'm really upset.
Yodels.
Oh, yodels, that's true. So the basis of coming here is that everyone has their own personal preference. Like, I like uranium. I like platinum. I like gold. I like silver. But you come here, you kind of kick the tires, you see, what you like, what you don't, and then you go home and you do more due diligence. But the premise is, I actually think that for a lot of outside reasons, metals will continue to do well when I can't guarantee that about certain other sectors.
Good point. Now, let's focus on LD Micro?
No. You know, we have less than 3 weeks. Obviously, I'm on pins and needles. It's so difficult to ascertain what's going to happen. I think the one thing that I can point to last year is a lot of guys in my business were up. This year, a lot of them are not doing as well. So you ultimately have to cajole these guys and say, hey, look, you know, you need to come out. You need to enjoy yourself. You need to, you know, eat my $6 brownies and $8 bottled waters because whether you come or not, I already paid for it. So the basis is, sure, there's still a lot of preparation. You know, we've doubled the size of our staff. It's costing me a record amount thanks to outside parties that I won't mention in this interview. And there's going to be some great companies there, including companies in this space.
When is it?
5th and 6th of December. I know.
You look panicked.
Oh, I am. You know, I'm
going to interview you there, and I want that same face because it sells.
I think I've said 5th and 6th 800,000 times now. So I don't. It's like one of these things where, you know, it's like you don't go to Tiger Woods and say, "Hey, Tiger, what's up? Let's go golf." You know, Tiger doesn't want to golf in his off time.
But I'm promoting now.
Right? No, it's true. No, but the basis is that I think everyone should go to more conferences. Everyone, because the smaller a company is, the more important management becomes. And where the hell are you going to go to see management? At conferences. Whether it's this great event, my event, Needham, Roth, you name it. You want to go and ultimately see these guys. Because you can read all you want, okay? You can call all you want. But unless you see the guy in person, you know, I think it's going to make a pretty big difference to the overall equation.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we're going to give you a website to go to right now.
Oh, no. Mention their website.
And yours, I'll get to this. Don't worry about it.
LDmicro.com. So LarryDavidMicro.com. There's really nothing on there, though. I just want to make that disclosure. I don't even have those Photoshop images that people do, like where people look professional. I've never understood those, by the way. I mean, does that add legitimacy? It's like, oh, there's a white guy in a suit. Legitimate.
I think we really need to give Chris a Twinkie quickly.
I know. They're probably all gone. They're probably on eBay right now where people are selling it for 100% premium.
I just, you know, before they throw us out of here, let me just say, Chris, thank you for coming on to SNNLive. We're at the Metals and Minerals Investment Conference here in San Francisco 2012. We'll see you at LD Micro, and we'll see you at the next Metals and Minerals Investment Conference also. Thanks a lot for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you, Shelley.
You got it, baby.